Hey now. How you doing, guys? How you doing out there?
Happy New Year to everybody. 2024, here we are. Same people.
Yeah, same people.
Nothing has really changed. Other than maybe I got funnier.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe we don't know yet. It's too early to tell.
welcome, everybody.
How was everybody's New Year's? Let's start that off.
We started a diet, so interesting.
And to anybody who has something negative to say, we don't care.
Yeah.
Simple fact, we don't care.
So yeah, we'll get into. We started a new diet.
Yes, we have.
More
of a lifestyle change than just a diet.
Yeah, completely.
Like we are starting it off as a diet.
Yep.
For the most part, but going like after like the month, we're gonna more change into like a lifestyle. Make some changes to the diet we are now to what we want.
Exactly.
You want to explain a little bit of the diet?
Yeah, I will. So we are doing a modified carnivore diet.
Which we would call is the red meat diet.
Yeah, we're doing the red meat diet.
We had a friend tell us about it.
A friend tell us about it. So we're doing the red meat diet. So all we do is eat red meat and eggs.
Yep.
So yesterday was a little
tough.
I wouldn't even say tough. It wasn't tough for me. It was interesting.
Well, I don't think it helped that on Sunday or Monday, New Year's Day, we decided to wait till the Tuesday to start our diet. But Monday we also had Starbucks breakfast sandwiches and then McDonald's for dinner.
Well, we knew it was going to be our last day to eat like an arsehole.
Yeah, and I think it really hit us yesterday when we started the diet, and we're like, I think our body's like, where are all the extra calories you normally give me?
Extra calories. We cut out all carbs. So literally we are right now
eating meat and eggs.
Yeah, meat and eggs.
And I can tell you right now, number one thing I would change is I don't think I can do a meat and egg diet for a long period of time.
Oh, I can.
I definitely am already missing like veggies like broccoli or cauliflower or carrots or anything other than just meat and eggs. It gets very bland.
I am rather enjoying this.
I know you are.
No, the only thing that I am not enjoying this is the farts. The farts that go with this.
I haven't experienced that
not
part,
enjoying
guys. Not as much as he has.
It's the egg farts.
Not that enjoying is one of our New Year's resolutions, our goals, we should say, that we did mention last week, was we did want a healthier lifestyle. And with the wedding coming up in 8 months, we have decided to actually do something about that healthy lifestyle.
So who's coming? Who's coming to our wedding?
Sam says it was good going back to school next week, and I'm excited to go again, see friends, and finish school. That's awesome. That's great. For the hairstyling school.
But we started a diet. Yep. We got some new plants.
We've traded in the Christmas decor for some regular decor. I would be completely fine with having Christmas decor forever, but I know other people think otherwise, so yeah.
Somebody has their volume on so we can hear things. I'm not going to say who.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Got me in
No, we started the diet. We changed. We're not changing our lifestyle. 100%. We're cutting out a lot of
huge
carbs.
part of our lifestyle.
Yeah, we're cutting out a lot of things, but we're changing our look on life.
Mm-hmm.
We're cutting all the excess.
If it's not good for us, it's going. Whether that means people, food,
Yeah,
clutter.
as I put it the other day, we're cutting the excess fat off.
Exactly.
And we don't care if you like it or not. If
That
you're
includes
not
body
bringing
fat, right?
something to, yeah, if you're not bringing something to our lives and you're just bringing it down,
Mm-hmm.
then see you later. Goodbye. We won't talk to you. And we don't want you.
Speaking of all of that, we're also cutting out just any negativity at all. We've had quite a few reels, like we had mentioned last week,
Mm-hmm.
go not viral, because I wouldn't consider this viral, but they got
It was viral
like,
for us.
it was viral for our 200 views. We were getting like 3, 4, 5,000 views. So it was going a little viral, I guess, in our case, being small. But with that came a lot of negative comments, of course, because people have nothing better to do than have negative comments.
Exactly. Negative, and I would even say hurtful.
Could be hurtful if you didn't have the mindset I think we more have. Like, their negative comments, even though like they were towards you or towards me, they didn't affect me, I think, the way they would have like 4 years ago.
I know what you're saying, but like for the people that are reading those comments, that was my thing. I don't care if you come at me, because come at me, because I'm going to come right back at you.
Yep.
I've got a lot of tough skin, and you want to be a bully? I can be a bully just as quick.
Oh yeah,
back.
and like there was one reel that went up, I think it was last week, and we had talked about on the live about like I had talked about me not caring about New Year's at all. I just didn't care for it. I could sleep through it if it was up to me. And I had a couple people who had commented and go, "Why is she so miserable? Is she miserable like this on all holidays?" And I was like, nobody's miserable though. I just don't care for New Year's. Like, what is the big thing around New Year's other than majority of the people go out, get stupid drunk, and then go home, or on the way home they choose to take someone's life because they're driving or something. For the most part, New Year's comes down to just being dangerous for the most part.
We can't just say also stupid drunk, because in today's world, it's also drugs.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's what I mean. Like, people just decide to get drunk or get high or whatever, and it just makes it not fun anymore.
I totally agree, and it's.
And why wake up with a hangover the first day of a new year?
It's our topic this week, and it's like the dark side of social media.
Mm-hmm.
Now, social media can be grasped as anything. Could be like YouTube, can be Instagram, TikTok.
Oh yeah, any social
Facebook.
media. Anything that other people can talk to you on and comment on would be social media.
Happy New Year's, Alex, as he just said.
Happy New Year.
Jessica Antle is watching on Instagram. Hello.
Hello, Happy
Jessica.
New Year.
We will be reaching out to you in the distant future to have a chit chat. But no, it's one of the reasons why we decided to talk about today's topic, because
we've seen the negative comments already.
I don't like people talking shit about anybody. I don't like bullying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very Happy New Year, Jess. I'm a very anti-bullier.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that makes my blood boil, I would say the quickest, is a bully. If a bully starts bullying, look out. I might just throw hands.
And I can can start off by saying this. I control what comments are seen and what comments are not seen on all social medias. And I can promise you guys, if I don't think it's appropriate for whatever content that is there, I will just simply remove it. And it has nothing to do with me or what I think. It's because, like Brad had said, there's other people out there who read that and take that to heart. And if you're just going to be negative and be miserable, then go to somebody else's page, not mine.
So the first thing like I want to bring up is how many of us out there, and it's just not me, it's just not you.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us out there is addicted to social medias?
I am. I can honestly say I check my phone more than I do anything else.
Are you guys addicted to social media? Let us know.
Like if I drank water as much as I check my like Instagram or TikTok,
you wouldn't die of thirst.
I would never die of thirst.
So
if I watch TikTok instead of eating, I would never have weight.
No, you'd be the biggest person on the face of the earth.
No, I would never eat.
Oh yeah, sorry, my apologies. So, I know I'm addicted.
Mm-hmm. Sam says she's addicted to TikTok,
YouTube, and
oh yeah, YouTube's a big one.
YouTube for me is big,
and Facebook Reels
and
are your big ones.
I call them my TikTok Reels because I don't have TikTok, so I watch Facebook Reels, which is my TikTok of the world.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's YouTube and Facebook.
And it's so unhealthy for us too. Like the fact that we're already, and we have been for a long time, been addicted to our cell phone.
Correct.
Since cell phones have kind of became like the fab, we are all so addicted to them. And then on top of that, you brought in social media, and it's like none of us ever get off our phones. Like if you're a millennial or a Gen Z, you never get off your phone. But I'm even seeing it in like Gen X and like the higher ones too.
Now with running the company, I'm gonna have to say this. We have become addicted
Mm-hmm.
to just more than what we were.
Mm-hmm.
We are on every social media except for Twitter
Mm-hmm.
and Snapchat, which we have discussed that we might go on them.
Possibly.
Like we might put our company to Instagram or
TikTok or
Twitter and
Snapchat.
But like we are on them constantly checking to see if like the video that we posted is doing good.
I think that's like a major issue for us now, is we're constantly looking at numbers.
I also think we're a numbers oriented couple, but we are also bullheaded, where we want like whatever we put up, we want it to take off. And
I just want to make sure that I don't think mine's more of like the importance of the numbers. I just want to make sure what I'm posting is getting liked and people are enjoying it. Or if I have to switch something, I don't think it's more numbers for me. I think it's just more of the fact that the numbers show whether somebody liked that content or not. So that shows me on where I have to improve or where I have to not improve, I guess.
mm-hmm.
Where I know, like you, for example, like you're very much one of those people who have to go on and like you want to see the numbers to see the improvement.
Yeah, I'd like every morning I wake up, guys, I check our YouTube numbers, I check our Instagram numbers, I check our TikTok numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I also check to see how many people went on our website. So I'm constantly checking our numbers.
And see, guys, I don't do that. I check, like, if I posted a video the day before, I'll check on it and see how it's doing or if he asks. But for the most part, I don't really look unless I'm ready to post another video and then I go back and check.
So I will admit I am fully addicted to social media.
I think everybody is to an extent.
Now, can social media be in both our thought process?
Mm-hmm.
can social media be bad for your mental health? Do you think?
Oh, for sure. There's so many reasons to why it can be bad. For example, how many people go on TikTok or Instagram and you see a girl or a woman, I should say, or a man in a swimsuit and they look amazing. But now you look back at you and you go, why don't I look like her? And yes, that has to do with insecurity, not being confident. But at the end of the day, everybody has these problems. It's definitely a self esteem issue. But it comes down to the fact that even when those people put up that photo, majority of the time, they've edited it in some way, form. Doesn't matter. Photoshopped it. They've taken out those wrinkles, those dimples, anything that doesn't look like it should be there. They've taken it out because they don't want those negative comments.
Mm-hmm.
So like just that alone would really affect your mental health because you're going, well, now I feel bad about myself because I don't look like her, but meanwhile she doesn't look like her.
Exactly. For me, I don't care what people say or anything like that on Facebook. I really, Facebook or any social media, I don't give two F's about it. My thing is, what hurts my mental health, I would say, is the fakeness. Like, if you're putting up like a real post about like somebody who has passed or happy birthday, something like that, I'm all for that. And like showing a soldier coming home, a kid blowing out candles, whatever. I'm all for that. But like somebody posting a fake video of a soldier coming home
just to get the likes.
Just to get like people to watch that video.
Yeah.
Just to get the likes, like you said. That is what hurts my mental health, because you're hurting like the people that are actually affected by it. Mm-hmm. Because like me being an ex-soldier, not all soldiers get to come home. Some come home, but it's in a different capacity.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Brandy.
So that's what kind of hurts my mental health on a social media aspect.
I think like where you were going with that, like when it comes to people who post almost everything on social media, I think that alone can be bad for your mental health. Like I personally don't think you should need to or feel the need to post everything about your life, because people are going to have the bad comments to say, and that's just going to affect your life even more, no matter who they are. There's always going to be that one person, no matter how much good you're doing, there's always going to be that one person who's going to get you down.
Exactly. My next thing is, I want to say, I don't want to call them a name, but because that's a form of bullying. But the people that hide behind keyboards.
Oh, you mean like the people who are super insecure about their own lives, or the ones who just get a kick out of it? We would call those trolls.
Yeah.
The trolls of the internet, guys.
I didn't want to go that far, but yeah, the trolls, because I can't stand them.
Honestly, like with social media, especially with us, with social media, it's gonna come. We know it. We expect it. We totally understand like what they're saying behind their keyboard. Like they're just doing what they need to do to make themselves feel better. And we know that, but there's so many people out there who don't.
Ben Jolly says it's a keyboard warrior.
Oh, there you go.
It totally is. Like, last week we put up a video about plus size clothes. Mm-hmm. I fit in plus size clothes, so I can't go at anybody about it, about wearing it.
Medium to a
3X. So whatever. We posted somebody went at like your mental health or your mental fitness and you wouldn't be accepted in any military.
Mm.
Where if you notice my arm,
Yeah,
or know anything about me, it's 20 years that I've, in some capacity, served for now king and at one point queen, country, and person.
mm-hmm.
I know what the physical fitness aspects are. And when he said, "Oh, you wouldn't be able to get in any military," I was in one. So don't tell me I can't get in
Well, it
one.
comes down to the fact too that like a lot of people had attacked the fact that like if you can't find a 3XL in store, then maybe you should lose weight and reevaluate your life. And I'm sitting there going, you know how many people out there who are a 2X or a 3XL or a 4XL and are still very healthy and very fit? Everybody is built differently.
So I'm going to say this: the people that said it last week, one was like a 6'4" guy, and he was like, "I'm over 250 pounds."
Mm-hmm. 250 pounds and he wears an XL.
Yeah, and he was like, "If you're wearing anything else, then you are like severely obese."
Yeah.
So like, how about you go?
Yeah. But these are the same people, like I said, it comes down to their own insecurities. They get off on making other people feel bad.
Yeah, and I also believe that the trolls, or as Ben calls it, the keyboard warriors.
Yes. Yes.
I like that one a lot better than trolls,
I know.
that
one is good.
The keyboard warriors out there, they need to like just F off. Like Brandy says in her comment, just F off, because if you have nothing good to say, and it's one of the things that we have brought up in our New Year's resolutions. Yeah. If you got nothing good to say,
don't say anything at all.
Don't say it. I don't want to hear it.
Listen
I don't
to what
want
your mama
to be
said.
part about it. Like, I don't want. Yeah, we are on social media, so we are going to hear it. We're going to see it. But if that's all you're doing is to come on and give no other opinion besides you're fat or you're stupid or you're something else, then don't say it. Stay away. Get lost.
Brandy says people just need to F off literally and worry about themselves. I'm a plus size. I have my insecurities at times, but I still love me and could care less what is thought of me. I've dealt with this my whole life, so it only makes me stronger. If you ain't got the balls to put from behind the keyboard, I think it's supposed to say if you ain't got the balls to say pretty much say it behind the keyboard, then you're just a coward. Sam says, I'm plus size. It's because of the bullying in my past. I will never let myself like myself because of the things that were said to me in person and online. I'll never see myself in a happy light because people can't be kind. It's insane that people still have to hide behind a keyboard and be rude. Honestly, yeah.
I watched, like, knowing that we were doing this video today, I watched a couple videos on bullying. Mm-hmm. There was a girl in New York State that had a friend group. There were some loose friends on the outside of this friend group that created a bad atmosphere. She dated a guy. It went bad, blah, 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 blah. I'm not getting into the full side of the story. Everybody turned on the two that were like on the fringe of in the friend group. One of the baseball players that went to the school threw an apple like directly at the head of one of the people that got bullied, to the point that she had a concussion. They had to leave the school. Their parents' house were graffitied due to bullying. So if you, like, for me, if you do bullying, you better stay away from me. But
honestly, you should never get physical. Simple fact, you don't know what can happen doesn't matter. Just throwing an apple, that can give somebody a concussion. And then what happens? Like, concussions can be super serious. And honestly, I always advise not to be physical if you do not have to because of the problems that can be caused.
We have made a decision in our life that we're not gonna, and it's a New Year's resolution. We're not letting the bullies bully us around.
No.
But we're also not going to listen to it.
I'm not going to take crap either, but I'm going to know when something needs to be said and when something can just be ignored, and pretty much just protect my own peace.
Yeah. Like we've decided that we don't care if we get trolled.
Mm-hmm. I really could care less.
We don't care if we get negative comments. We don't care anything because we're putting ourselves out there on social media. We do care to a bit.
And I was gonna touch on that. I was gonna say like we say we don't care, and for the most part, we really do not care. But there is days where we read that comment and we're like, oh, like, what did I do so wrong? Like, when I first looked at the whole comment about somebody asking if I'm always miserable like that, I was like, was I miserable? Am I miserable? And then I thought about it. I'm like, wait, no, I'm not. Like,
the answer is yes.
No, I'm not. Like, they actually made me question myself for a second there, and then I had to rewire my brain and be like, you're not miserable. You just don't care to get drunk on New Year's Eve and wake up with a hangover the next morning.
No, you're not a big drinker.
Exactly. And that's where, when it comes to, like, say, New Year's Eve, that's what I associate with New Year's Eve, is drinking, getting drunk, getting wasted, and somebody doing something stupid from, I guess, previous experiences, right? I like, there has been years I have slept through New Year's and stuff too, but, like, I'm happy with that. And one person actually did come to my defense, and they were like, if she is so happy that she doesn't have to celebrate a holiday, then she's not miserable at all.
Brandy's comment is, you just got a resting bitch face.
And when you ain't smiling. Yeah, you know what? I totally know that I have that resting bitch face. And I'm happy with it. I don't care. It's just who I am. There's nothing I can do.
No.
I can't change my face. It's a genetic thing, to be honest.
We've had this discussion in the last couple of days. And if you're family and you're on here, take heed. Because we're not putting up with the bullying there either. Or negativity. We decided New Year's that we weren't having any negativity in our life. So if you bring anything to us, negative wise, there's the door.
Honestly, it comes down to the fact that, like, I have so much more in my life that I have to worry about than to worry about something a stranger has to say about me. Okay, Sam has a nice long comment.
Yeah, I see this.
So I'm not going to take a breath. I'm just going to read it.
One breath. Here we go.
Kidding.
Go.
This all started in junior high. I started being friends with a girl. She left me to join a group of girls that had started to bully me. They called themselves the Clique. They beat me, threw binders, books, fruits, and book bags at me on the bus, and sent me death threats, and created social media pages on Instagram to bully me and take photos of me. Social media is such a scary place for bullying and is only getting worse daily. It's so hard to know who you are because of what people say on the internet. People say so much online to tear people down, and because of the internet, bullying is taking a whole new path. And yeah,
that's a lot to say.
I just don't understand people. I really don't understand why people have so much time in their lives to attack other people.
Totally. But I'm going to say this to your comment there, Sam. Don't let the bully win.
Nope.
You said earlier, you can't be happy due to blah, blah, blah. Don't let the bully win. Because the bully is going to keep on trying. The girls that I were talking about just shortly earlier, they moved, but now are both on social media. Both have a very vibrant career in social media. One is like a traveler and everything like that. So don't let them win. You win. Like, make a social media page about mental health on like social
And if
side of
people
the
are
house.
gonna bully you for your weight, make an Instagram and just start posting pictures of your body, because you should be happy in your own body. You're beautiful the way you are. Just because you're not the standard size in the media, that doesn't mean you're not beautiful. Brandy says, bullying always scares me for Easton since he has ADHD and ODD behavioral. I can't say the word.
Behavioral.
Thank you. As well, I teach him the proper ways, but feel bad if a bully triggers him because the bully will lose. And you know what, Brandy? When I was growing up, my mom always taught me, don't hit first. But once that kid has hit you, you can hit back because I won't be mad then.
I can say this, Brandon, because I have both. I grew up with both, everything like that. I grew up in a world where my dad told me don't be the first to hit.
Yeah.
Be the last.
Yeah.
Don't be the first.
And like, as much as I don't want to say like you should get physical, you shouldn't, but when like don't lose either.
But I'm gonna say this. When the bully came after me or whatever, I did not step back. I got up in the bully's face. So I don't want to give bad advice, but if somebody steps in Easton's face, let Easton take care of it, because he's got to make the decisions, because further down the road, it's the same thing I had to do. Further down the road, I'm going to have to learn
to protect myself.
And
stand up for myself. Yeah.
It's fight or flight.
Yep.
And I've got to have to learn it. So let Easton learn now. Where in the future it'll be a lot easier for him to go, hey, I don't need to fight because I can just verbally beat you.
Yeah.
Instead of pounding your face in.
And I'll even say this to like Sam's other comment about like them bullying her and like them making a social media on Instagram and things like that. I'll say this, okay? I watched a show where one of the girls was a bigger girl and people were commenting on her being plus size, which honestly she looked great. So what she did, instead of letting the bullies win, she literally actually did make her own Instagram pages, her own music video, basically telling the bullies to go F themselves because she was beautiful the way she was. And there is so many Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts and YouTube accounts out there with plus size people who are beautiful. And honestly, Sam, those are the kind of people we should be following. The people who look like you, so you don't feel bad about yourself at the end of the day. She also has a comment here. Oh, it's not so long. I hit back when I was being bullied. I got in-school suspension. The girls got off with nothing because the leader's father donated a lot of money to the school, but I learned after that I need to stand my ground. Yep. And see, that's the problem, because why are you getting an in-school suspension if you're the second person hitting? Like, I'm sorry, but the person who hit should be the one suspended. The same thing kind of happened to me. But I wasn't even bullying, okay? There was no bullying happening in our situation. Me and a bunch of my friends, we were in like grade 2, okay? Grade 2. We were following a boy around school, around like at recess and stuff, following him around, pretty much teasing him because we all liked him. We thought he was cute.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I was in grade 2. Get over yourself.
That wasn't too long ago.
It wasn't too long ago. And the guy, I guess, got so annoyed and irritated with us, he turned around and punched me square in the face. And when my mom went into the principal's office to talk about it, the principal let her know that I was getting an in-school suspension. And my mom lost her cool. I say she lost her cool because she was like, my daughter was the one punched and she's getting suspended. Why? Right? And the principal basically said, because it was a form of bullying.
Oh,
I don't even understand how that was a form of bullying, but that's what she said it was, because we were following him around. But like my mom said, it's because they all had a crush on him. It had nothing to do with like them being mean to him. It was just the fact that they wanted to hang out with him, and he should have used his words instead of using his fist to my face.
I got suspended, not in school, multiple times.
In the military? Where did you get suspended then?
No, in school.
Oh.
A few times. Sometimes it was my fault, and I'll admit it. Sometimes it was my fault. Being an energetic person, it didn't help. But there were some more that if I had to go back in time to like relive the situation, would I change anything? I'll take suspension today. I'm not going to let somebody treat me like absolute garbage or anybody around me. So,
yep.
I'll come out swinging. But I've learned not to swing anymore because it doesn't work.
Honestly, as you become an adult, it's better not to swing because there can be actual charges laid that can cost you a lot of money. So it's not really worth it. It's better just to walk away from the situation, to be honest. Brandy says there's a beautiful plus-size girl on TikTok who is with a gorgeous fit guy, and he loves her for her, and she gets negative comments all the time, but she slays. Exactly. People love who they're gonna love. There's so many men out there who are tiny and love a big woman, or opposite. It just all depends on who you fall in love with.
There is a comedian on, I think he's on all social medias. He is a very muscular comedian. Like, I've shown you him. He's from down south, red beard. His wife is a plus size person. And he's done a video just on bullying on social medias because his wife was in one of the videos and got trolled. Absolutely, like, destroyed. She's not even on social media. He is.
Yeah.
And she's the one that absolutely got destroyed. So he just settled the wages.
Brandy says, in grade 9, the guy sitting behind me was irritating me so bad I got up and whipped my chair at him, but I got away with no suspension. Lucky you. I got punched in the face and got suspended for it. It wasn't in-school suspension, so it didn't go on my record. But, like, I had to give up, like, I think it was 3 weeks of my recesses to sit in the office and not do a thing. That was my suspension. It was ridiculous. Dave?
Yeah, read Dave's comment.
Dave says it can all be settled over a garage dart game. Brad knows.
So, I'll tell you guys this story. It's kind of funny. So, back in our military day career, we used to not bully each other, a form of bullying each other. Now it is, but we'd go to one of our houses to have a couple drinks, and we'd all take one dart, throw it at the dartboard closest to the bull, you were the winner. If you were the furthest from the bull, whoever's in that game got to punch you in the arm, in your throwing arm. Now it's considered a game of bullying.
Well, is it though? Like, honestly, I don't find that bullying. And I know there's people out there who probably do. But I personally think that's just guys being guys.
It's guys being
as
stupid.
Long as all the guys who were there were okay with it happening, I don't look at it as bullying. It was just what you guys wanted to do was what your friend group wanted to do.
Yeah.
I think it was fun and games. And yeah, sure, somebody got punched, but like
it was me.
Men are men. See? It was only him.
Well, no, a couple times it wasn't me, but like if you were the first one to be the furthest dart away, my God, you were it all night, every time we throw a dart, because your arm was literally cooked from 3 massive guys. They're all my size or bigger, throwing swings at your arm. At all they could do. So what's Brandy saying?
Matt Riff. I loved him. Then he did a thing about a plus size lady and changed my view.
In a good way or a bad way?
I want to say
Brandy.
Bad way?
I'm not sure.
Because she goes, Matt Riff, I loved him. Not I love him. I think, I don't know. Brandy, you can obviously clear it up. But bad, yeah. So he said something bad about plus size people and changed her view. And yeah. I'm sorry, those people, personally, those people should be taken off the internet. Simple fact. Like, social media nowadays wants to make sure that you're not swearing, you're not, showing alcohol and things like that, where they should be more looking at people who are talking the way they are and removing them from social media.
I'd love to say I agree with you, but we can't because that would make us a world of like soft people where I'm not saying grow some tough skin. Yes, we all have to grow some tough skin. But I'm saying if you like we said earlier, if you got something negative to say it to yourself. Don't put it on Facebook. Don't put it on the internet. Say it to yourself.
But he is.
No, he's publicizing his words. Because like if you're saying your comment and like I don't know if you guys out there feel the same way, then you're gonna have to take like people like Donald Trump completely out of the world. Who
I got nothing nice to say, no comment.
Like I know I am going to get destroyed for that comment. For some people. Because some people, he's their Lord and Savior. I know I'm going to get destroyed for that comment. But to me, he's an idiot. But that's me. That's my opinion. Am I going to come online? I just did. But like, I'll say it here. But will I go and make a video just on Donald Trump being a numpty? No. Because that's a form of bullying.
But see, the way I look at it, something like somebody making a video about people being plus size and saying something rude about it is just as bad. It's still a form of bullying, therefore it shouldn't be on the internet because you shouldn't talk about.
And I said, I agree. I agree. It should be on the internet. But I'm saying he can say his comments, just not in public. Don't say them on the internet. Don't say them. If you want to say them in your house, in your own confines of your house, then go ahead. But don't make those public.
Well, see, and that's the problem. In like Brandy's comment, it's the problem where like he had said something in the internet over the internet,
which is a public forum.
Yeah, and that's why I say like those kind of account should be shut down. Those kind of videos should be taken down at least. Instead of you guys like social media worrying about simple things like a beer being in a video, they should more be worrying about what people are saying in the video.
Because like I if you take away everybody, like people can't say anything.
Oh yeah.
Then there's no need for social media. There's no need for nothing, because you're going to be a robot and you're just going to listen to what everybody says.
But I think in a way it just comes down to the fact that I personally think you shouldn't be saying the negative things you're saying on the internet. There's so many positive things you could be saying in the world that you don't have to focus on why somebody's a bigger person or a skinny person. Because I know there's a lot of people out there who make comments about somebody being too skinny. And when I've heard this from people in my group of friends who say, oh, that person's too skinny. And my reply to them is going, okay, but that's her body. Sometimes they can't control it. So maybe you should stop worrying about it.
The best one I heard was, it was a little while ago, I'm not racist, but.
But you are.
I'm not racist, but this comment.
But you are.
Then you're closet racist. And don't want to hear your comments.
Personally, I think everybody has their own little mind of their own. And what goes on up there, if it's not nice, just keep it to yourself. It's probably better off.
That's where we're going here.
Brandy says, I get you. Go to a comedy show. You should understand there's a chance you'll be picked on and should be warned or not or whatnot prior, because they use you as their material. People also don't realize that there can be a medical issue behind them that cause weight gain or weight loss. Totally, comedy shows are a completely different thing. I fully believe that if I go to a comedy show and the person's making fun of me, I don't take that to heart whatsoever. I would embrace it, because he's saying it in a funny manner. Like, he's not actually trying to get at you. He's just saying something funny just to make his money, kind of thing. Where in that case it's a little different. But for the most part, they don't. I don't know. I've never watched a comedy where they make fun of somebody else's weight. They would just make fun of their own weight.
Correct.
Or anything. Yeah.
Now, like, I went to Rodney Carrington a couple years ago. If anybody knows Rodney Carrington, he's a kind of rude and crude.
He's not my kind of comedy.
I don't mind him. He's kind of funny.
I know you like him.
But we got to the show, and his age group is like 20 to 40? Like, I would say 50, 55. Like, he's not looking for like Betty White to come and sit on stage with him, because that's not his group. Betty White might have been, but poor choice of person to pick. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't pick old people to come out. And like, he wasn't even on the stage, and he was like, hey, if you blah blah blah, blah blah, and like,
he pretty much warned them right at the beginning that if you don't like hearing about this or this, then you could leave now.
And it was about drugs and sex, and he literally got up, or people, like, I don't want to even say half the audience. It was the people that got free tickets because they were at the casino a million times. And it was the people that got free tickets that just literally went, oh, I'm not listening to this.
Yeah,
I'm out. Peace.
Brandy says people also don't realize that there can be medical. Oh, sorry, I read that. Sam says, like my sister, she has a thyroid disease, and that's why she's so skinny and can't gain weight. But people comment on her weight all the time. Exactly. Like, people don't understand what goes on in somebody else's life.
Skinny mini.
Whether you're skinny, whether you're bigger, it really, people need to mind their own business, because majority of the time, people who are very overweight or very, very skinny have a disease or a problem when it comes to their, like, concerning their health. That is the reason they are the way they are. And sometimes they can't control that ever, no matter what kind of medications they can take. That's just who they are.
But I'm going to say this too. Some people don't know that their comments are bullying.
Oh, for sure.
Or
a lot of them don't.
Or negative.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just, oh, I'm so and so. I'm a comedian. I can do this. I can do that.
Yeah, within reason.
Yeah, I think people have to think of their comments and who it's going to affect before writing on Facebook, writing them on Instagram, writing them on YouTube. And like I said this to you last week after that comment. People that write like the military one, because of your weight, blah blah blah.
Do your research before you comment.
Do your research before you open your mouth.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be somebody out there to, like, for me, he wrote that comment. I know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I've done my research. So, like, there's going to be always somebody out there to smack you. So, do your research before you make any comment.
And really, like, even though people are making comments like that, try to try to rewire your brain so that you don't take things to heart, because no matter what, you're always going to have the trolls on the internet. And even though we're sitting in this live and we wish we could just yell it out to everybody and everybody would listen, they're not going to listen.
Like, we had a negative comment yesterday.
Oh, we get negative comments all the time.
Yeah, but we had one yesterday that I took to heart. And she knows it. I took it to heart. I didn't like it. And I just had to sit there for 20 minutes and go, okay. Let's not worry about this. Let's not care about this. Like, I pretty much had to breathe it out because of the negativity.
I had to kind of talk you down too, because he was getting so worked up about it. And I was just like, it's not worth it. It's really not. And like, I think I've learned that over the last, I would say, year or so. I think I'm slowly going into my 30s. Life's catching up, and you know, my brain's maturing finally.
I think what hurts me or what pisses me off is the fakeness of comments. Like if somebody says, it's like a backhanded comment. Oh, this, but that. So like this and that. Like, cool, whatever. Just tell me what's on your mind. I don't want to hear this, but you really actually mean that. Just give me straight down the road. That's all I want.
And simply just don't take things to heart. Like when people say things to you, just learn to love yourself. And I think life would be a lot easier for a lot of people. I know that's hard to say, and we all get into our ways, but just try your best to be better than everybody else, kind of thing, without sticking your nose up in the air, obviously.
No. Remember, there's always going to be people out there that have negative things to say.
And it says more about them than you. It talks about, like, they're just showing what they're insecure about.
Most of those people are struggling from
mental health issues,
abuse.
Physical issues, abuse, just not being cared for, love.
Yep.
Like there's so many people in the world who aren't loved the way some of us have been loved, whether that be by a significant other, a mother, a father, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. So
if they got something negative to say,
don't let it affect your
I'm
life.
going to give you this advice. They got something negative to say, go back with something positive. Be like, hey, I love you. God loves you. Somebody loves you.
Yeah.
So just go back with that.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I think we ranted enough tonight for everybody's ears.
I think so too. Unless you want us to stay.
What does anybody like? Does anybody have anything else to touch on when it comes to like the dark side of social media? What's your opinion on social media? Do you use social media? Apparently, my
Mic stand.
arm has completely kapooped on me.
So just let it. Don't touch it. Just let it be there. Do you guys have any other comments? Anything like that? Before we leave. Like, I'm dying for an egg right now.
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm not, actually. Actually,
honestly, that sugar craving right now is getting to me.
Oh.
And that's why I'm drinking a buble.
I haven't got there.
Yeah, well.
And I have a sweet tooth, too.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're gonna get off this live. But if you made it to the end of the live and you are a troll, go away.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks, guys, for watching. Happy 2024. We hope everybody has a great, amazing year. And we'll see you guys next week at 7:30 EST.
Bye, guys. Bye, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Bye.